This is former WWE superstar, TNA producer, host of Tough Enough, and magician to the blind, Al Snow, and you're watching The Roman Show.
This is The Roman Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Al Snow here of TNA with The Roman Show. Al, thanks so much for taking the time and speaking to us. First and foremost, Miami. You were in ECW. ECW out here used to come to South Florida a lot, the War Memorial. Any memories that you can recall right now?
I just remember coming here to the War Memorial and wrestling for ECW and for, you know, when I've come for WWE and then recently for TNA, and I love Miami. It's awesome. South Beach, just everything about Miami is fantastic. I don't know so much about the humidity, but other than that, it's pretty amazing. The women are pretty hot, so's the weather.
Yeah, in fact, TNA was here earlier last year, this year, I think it was earlier this year for a pay-per-view. Lockdown.
Yeah, they were here for lockdown and you know, had a great time.
Now, TNA right now, they got some great talent, new young talent that is showing up. What can you let us know about the talent coming up in TNA right now? What people can expect in the coming months, coming years?
Well, as far as what people can expect for new talent, I know they're always on the lookout for up-and-coming guys and girls. And, you know, they're slowly moving aside older talent just because it's been there overexposed, bringing in that new talent and giving a fresh face to TNA, and I think people, you know, audience is going to really be excited to see it.
And with that said, you know, just recently TNA went back to the 6th side of the ring. How's the reaction from the locker room and yourself, you know, you being a former wrestler?
Some of the wrestlers didn't like it, you know, they weren't happy about it, but for most part everybody was, you know, could just have to adjust and would work through it. It's, you know, it's kind of a signature deal for TNA. I don't know why they ever switched away from it, because flipping through the channels, it was the one thing that really differentiated them from WWE.
Anything you could tell us know about TNA, TV contract that's still up in the air, but is that still in process?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I'm just a producer, so, you know, I just show up, do my thing, and go home.
Well, you look in phenomenal shape. I mean, any secrets that you do to yourself that everyone can follow through?
Well, I would say the most important thing is to have lots and lots and lots of sex. That'd be it. It's an amazing amount of cardio. You know, you do it right, you really break a sweat, and it will keep you in terrific form. You know, and if they're not willing, then you get even more cardio because you're going to chase them down. So, you know, it's just a win-win all the way around.
You're saying put head aside and do sex instead.
You never put head aside. You never put head aside. You gotta, you know, you always got to factor head in there. Either kind of like a little bit of foreplay, or you finish it off. You're always going to have head in there somewhere, you know. But you got to have lots and lots of sex. I'm 51 years old, and I'm just gonna, anything that moves. I walk into a room, fish in the fish tank stop swimming. So.
Now, going into wrestling, I mean, are you active wrestling? Do you wrestle a lot every now and then? Get in there with some of the young guys?
I still perform quite regularly on the independent scene and occasionally for Impact Wrestling with TNA. And I do it because I love to do it. I really have always loved it and will always.
Do you train with some of the young talent in TNA? Do you train with them sometimes, give them some tips?
Once in a while, yeah. I'll try to train with the young guys and, you know, give them some hints or some ideas or some tips to kind of refine what they're doing.
Is there one person that you would like to wrestle in the independent scene?
One person I would like to wrestle? No, there's no one particular person. You know, I take it back. Maybe Ethan Carter with TNA. I'd like to, outside of TNA, wrestle Ethan Carter.
Yeah, he's been a great performer, a great wrestler. When he came from NXT, he went to TNA. The guy's just done a great job.
He's doing amazing. He really is a star. He's an up-and-coming star. He really is. WWE really missed the boat on him.
What do you think what it was? They just didn't let him be?
Could have been just that he wasn't in the right place at the right time, and with some maturity and experience, he now knows and understands what he needs to do better. Who knows?
This is The Roman Show.